So, by the way, since the YouTube is relatively a new stage, I mean, some people ask relatively basic questions, but if it's important question, I'm obliged to answer. So the question is, what is the meaning of the flags that you use? So, well, I use flags for a long time now, and there is a whole like method behind it, and it's also related to symbology that signifies time duration, places, and I mean it's like a Torah Shlema, like a whole complete set of laws that I made a summary of it for like half an hour sometimes, I mean maybe 2 months ago in the Evernote medium. Maybe I will reiterate it here in YouTube, but it's not really, I mean it's not that essential right now. I mean the most basic thing that you need to understand that a flag does not mean well to the country. I mean it's not a good thing unless it's a black and white flag, which comes as an exception when the rest of the world, the planet, is under the rule of is also, it's, you can find it on the same wall flag or a representation of the entire planet, and then a flag of the country, which is in black and white. It signifies that this is exception to the rule. But normally, when you see a flag with the correct colors, like the colors of the state, that is, and they put it on the wall, it's a bad thing. For example, you've seen the Israeli flag that I prepared, maybe it was yesterday or the day before, which signifies that the plague of the darkness will befall on them, so they will lose the ability to see, and then indeed many lost the ability to see. And then I painted the flag, and after that after a while when it dried, I used acrylic. I painted it black to signify that now it's in black. So why don't I use more flags? I mean, in order for the symbology to be really, coherent, it's better that I prepare the flag from scratch. Meaning, because I already have several flags of many countries. In my storage. But if I want new flag, I should be paint them. And maybe acrylic is better because I want to do it hastily now because I have other things, scientific stuff, etc. But I will use the new canvas that I bought from Jackson at King Kingdom, and I will put it. I'll place it on empty frames and apply primer colors on it. As I did with the Israeli flag, and I will do one and another flag which will rest in a very comfortable place and honorable place right besides the filthy flag of Israel, because there is one state that is surely deserves the plague of darkness as well, besides Israel. And this is a very, very filthy country. We haven't spoken a lot about it, unfortunately, because I don't have time to speak about everything. But do you want to guess what's best to? At least in the current context of my situation, what country? What even superpower should? Should be on the world besides the filthy flag of Israel? Correct? It's of course Russia. Russia, of course. No, not the United States. I have a lot of complaints towards the United States, and they deserve the asteroid that is more than one that's coming to them. But right now, with the current situation, Russia, of course, is the most evil country because I haven't spoken about it a lot, but all the tortures that Israel are applying to me, as you surely understand, it comes from the Russian culture. The Soviet culture, and this was quite obvious to me since the start. There are so many characteristics that are purely evil Russian. The evil of the Russian culture, shows itself in the most extreme way. When you see the people of the Shabak torture you on the street with, the method, the psychological nuances, and also the goal that, they always want you not only to be subjected to them, but to beg and to proclaim your guilt, that you are guilty and you are stupid, and they are always right, and you beg for mercy. And of course, mercy will never be given. It's just like in 1984, Orwell's 1984. for some weird reason, the party or the security service requires the target to beg and to defy his past beliefs and to change all his art to the line of the party, and then the party will kill him. It's quite, I mean, you have to read Orwell, not only the novels, but also the essays in order to understand this twisted state of mind, which greatly characterizes the Soviet culture, which unfortunately is still to be found in Russia. But even more than that, it's the fact of the culture of the Shabak and other security branches here in Israel. And moreover, you know that where I live right now, 48 Akukia Street, Rishon LeZion, it's part of the Gan. You know what is Gan? Like garden. I mean, it's like it's a group of thugs, of second grade mafionaires that torture you around the clock. So it's a Soviet style gun. I mean, not only that it's used Soviet method, but also we have a large, a significant representation for the Russian intelligence, and of course all of them, as far as a character should, I mean, God should kill him right now. I mean, they are a piece of shit like the rest of like the Israelis that are literally their neighbors. So yes, today Russia will be added to the plague of darkness, and many will lose their eyesight. It's not going to save me. I need a rescue. I need arms and legs to be rushed to Israel and to rescue me and my daughters from the Nazi prison. But yes, I mean, certainly Russia should start paying some serious price for, specifically, I mean, just for the context of my own torture and my own, abuse, which is done, it's really clear, and I wrote about it and spoke about it years ago already, that this is Soviet kind of torture. I mean, you can read about it in Bulgakov, like, for example, in the Master and Margarita, the way that, the internal security is obsessively deals with, like, taking a professor and in some way causing him to believe that he's a dog or a donkey, like, and it's they really, I mean, they put a lot of effort and they spend money, they spend their assets just for the curious, objective of making a professor believe that he's a dog, or a donkey, and I recall the Bulgakov episode right away when I started to understand that Shabak follows me, because it's so, it's so imbued in the psychology that it's not only important to torture and to break people and to place all their surrounding under their boot. They have the desire, sometimes even erotic desire, to change your mind. This is something, it's incredibly Soviet. Bulgakov, by the way, wrote not only about the Soviet Europe, but also about the Tsar, the intelligence of the Tsar, which also, it's also related to the practices that I'm speaking about. Anyway, yes. So I don't know how the internal or external intelligence services of Russia are even called these days. I'm sure it's not KGB, but something else. But I assure you, darlings, I assure you that by the end of this day, many of you will lose their eyesight. And it's a promise. Read my lips. Watch the sun. Watch your children if you have some. I don't know, watch any pornographic video that is to your liking, in case it's legal, because we know that many intelligence agencies, especially in Israel, they don't like the legal stuff. But anyway, use your eyes very well, because by the end of this day, I assure you that significant amount of people in the Russian intelligence will lose their eyesight. I assure you. Bye for now.